guys, and welcome to the next episode of Being Who You Truly Are, where we discuss all things being who you truly are, expressing yourself in life and in business without fear of judgment, and ultimately making money by being you. So today's episode is trusting your knowing. And last week we talked about following the energy, and I realized this is a really big ask, especially if you don't know how to trust your knowing. This is a topic that comes up often, trusting yourself. For some reason, the way that we've been raised in society is to trust other people more than we trust ourselves. Trust the experts, trust the doctors, trust the parents, trust the gurus, trust all these other people, and you don't know anything. All these people know better than you, right? And so with that, it begins to be really hard to listen to yourself and listen to what you know and trust that what you know is what's true for you. And this is something that I talk about often on here. I mean, that is the whole premise of being who you truly are. It's about listening to you and doing what feels light and joyful to you. And that is the way for you to make the most change in the world and for you to make the greatest impact and for you to live the happiest, most joyful, easy life, right? Is by being who you truly are. So what are some ways that we can learn how to trust our gut and trust our knowing? And really, the only way is to practice. And I wish that there was a better way, but honestly, it's really just practicing. It's using the What's Light is Right tool, which is a tool that I've talked about before. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to, I think it's like episode number 3 or 4 or something, where I talk about what's light is right. Use that tool all the time. Ask questions. You know, is this true for me to do? And if it feels light, go with it. If it doesn't, don't go with it. And listen to what is coming up for you. And the more that you do this, the more that you listen, the more that you go with whatever is coming up for you, the more that you'll realize that, wow, I really do know what is true for me. I really do know what's right for me to do. And you'll get more confident in trusting yourself. So it really is just a practice sort of thing. It's like building a muscle. It's like going to the gym and building your biceps, right? The more you use it, the stronger it gets. That's the same with trusting you. The more that you listen to you and trust you and have that willpower to do whatever it is that is coming up for you that is true, the more you do that, the easier it gets and the stronger the trust in you gets. And I wish that there was an easier way. Certainly, affirmations help. Absolutely. I am powerful. I trust what I know. Those are great affirmations. There's hundreds out there that you can use, but those two are very easy, and affirmations will certainly help. But until you believe it, until you trust it, I mean, it's not going to work, right? You gotta believe it. You gotta know in your gut. So practice makes perfect. Keep asking questions. Keep seeing what comes up for you. And whenever something comes up for you, trust it. Go for it. Do it. An example like this. Recently, my life has gotten a whole heck of a lot busier. And because of that, I don't have as much time to contemplate the pros and cons of things. So I've really started using this tool of asking a question, is this true for me to do? Or does this feel light? Or if I choose this, what will my life be like in 5 years? And trusting the energy that comes up. Or even just asking myself a question like, not even a yes and no question, just like a question like, what should today's topic be on? And listening and choosing whatever it is that comes up. For example, I was doing a clearing video for my program, and I asked the question, what is true for me to discuss on this video? And what came up for me was trust. That's what came up, oddly enough. So at first, I ignored it because I had asked my participants to submit their woes, and we would do clearing on those sorts of things. And trust wasn't one of them. It wasn't blatantly obvious that it was trust. So I went ahead, I did the clearing call. It was a Thursday morning. I did the clearing call on the Thursday morning, and I didn't include trust. And then it turns out that I didn't record it. So I couldn't send it out. So I had to re-record it. And then that morning on my drive to work, I was listening to an audiobook, and the topic that came up was trust. And it was trust in relationships. And I was like, holy crap, because the topic that we were meant to talk about was relationships. I was like, holy crap, this is what's meant to be in the video. So I get home, I rewrite my script, I include the bits about trust, I get up the next morning, I re-record the video, I include trust, and ironically it was trust. That's so hilarious. But anyways, all along I knew that I was meant to include trust in there, but I wasn't listening to me. And then it didn't end up recording, so I had to include it anyways. So if I would have just listened to me from the beginning, I could have included trust. That's a prime example of like listening to your gut and knowing, and that is a great example as well of like how to build that muscle. It's like, wow, you know what? When trust came up for me, I should have listened to myself because that's what was true for me to talk about. Right? Isn't that hilarious? Okay, so keep on plugging away. Keep on asking yourself questions. Keep on listening to yourself. Keep on acting on whatever is coming up for you and trusting you. The more you do it, the better it will get. It really is building a muscle. Okay, that is all for me today. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you have any questions for me, or if you need some affirmation ideas or anything like that, give me a shout. I'd be happy to help you out. Okay, thanks. Until next time. Bye-bye.